If the RV dealership tells you that your brand new RV, fifth wheel in our case, is generator prepped, take it with a grain of salt. In our case, that only means that the factory may or may not have installed the Onan remote start and simplified generator panel from the switch panel in the RV to and including the generator doghouse in your forward bay, usually right under the kingpin. No problem, right? There most likely is no high voltage and high amperage wiring for the generator bay to include an automatic switch for the house to select between shoreline or generator power.
The boys putting the generator in.
That wire can be a little expensive, so can the switch. Thanks to Chad for all the wire he provided. And you may think this is an easy project, but there are a lot of pieces to this puzzle. The bay floor may not even be reinforced to hold the weight of the generator while it's bouncing down the road. Also, don't forget, if your gen is large enough to power the whole house, it isn't going to be light. Better bring some muscle. we've been lucky. Shelly's brother has the mechanical background and can-do attitude, which makes it a doable task, even though it's still a lot of work. He also had an RV generator, a large one, big enough to power the entire RV, that he had acquired to possibly use as a backup for his home before he located a 20,000 kW monster that he's now using. He was kind enough to take a trade of our Honda generator for his and his help installing it. A much bigger project than any of us expected. Chad, Jim, and I worked on this project for nearly 3 weeks before getting most everything done. Jim had to leave early, but was good enough to fashion a mounting platform out of 2x4s and 3/4 inch plywood for it and the fuel tank to sit on. Now I know that Grand Design has way more experience than us with generators in their rigs. It's just that the sheet metal floors in the bay with the knockouts didn't give us a whole lot of confidence to hold the nearly 300-pound generator we were putting in, hence the wood reinforcement, and it did make it easier to slide in and out. Well, between a buff Navy chief, Chad, his twin sister and I, we were able to wrangle the Jenny to where we wanted it, bolt it to the floor and lateral cross members under the bay. We had to wait a few days for the auto switch. You know, it automatically switches between shore power and Jenny to get in, then finish hooking it all up. The 6 and 8 gauge wire we used is plenty stiff and kind of fights flexing. We spent the better part of 3 weeks prepping the generator, then installing it, like I said, a bigger project than we expected.
Boom! Look at that! Been like friend. Professional. Look at that.
I'll be sure that our next RV will come pre-installed with not only solar but a Jenny as well. But it does look darn good. Chad and Lisa invited us over for the 4th and to go pick up some fireworks for when it gets dark.
Sauce, you got crab salad.
Is it real crab?
It's an imitation crab.
Again, they cooked up a wonderful meal, and I had a great time with Chad setting off some nice aerial displays. Our time here is growing to a close for now, and our next stop will most likely be in Florida on the way to Georgia to visit our friends Jamie and Kevin and their son and daughter in Georgia. We can hardly wait. Thank you all so much for watching. We do hope that you're enjoying the ride. We'll see you again next week. Until then, please travel safe.